Hello, welcome back. In this segment, I want to talk about push ESP statement. Usually we don't do push ESP. The reason being that push actually operates on the ESP. When push ESP, what happens? There are two possibilities. One is that the stack pointer is going down and then the updated value of ESP is pushed on top of the stack, or the old stack pointer value is pushed onto the top of the stack. Okay, those are the two possibilities for push ESP. Let's understand what happens if we compile and run this on my 32-bit machine, Linux machine. We will see whether it is pushing the old ESP value or it is pushing the updated ESP value. Okay, let's compile and run it and study that. All I'm doing here is very simple. Copy the ESP to EAX. That means the current top of the stack is stored on EAX, and we can check the EAX. We can check it's the same as ESP. What happens if we do push ESP is the question. Push means stack pointer will be reduced by 4 bytes. Okay, and then in the new location, the value will be stored after reducing the 4 bytes. Okay, the question is now, is it going to take the old ESP value or the updated ESP value? So I already compiled it and we can just directly load it into GDB, right? Disassemble the start. We should see the same code that I shown earlier. So all I'm interested in is what is on the top of the stack after the push ESP statement is done. Okay. Is it the updated ESP or the old ESP? So I'm going to put a breakpoint here to study the behavior. Okay, let's do that. Let's put a breakpoint over here. Run it. Okay, and let's print the ESP. ESP is pointing to this location, BFF and so on, A0. And let's do the move. Now we can check the EAX should also have the same value. Yeah. And now let's run the second instruction, right? The one that is ending at 5.6. The question now is, what is on top of the stack? First, let me print the current top of the stack, right? Okay, not surprisingly, the one that is ending with A0 is top of the stack. Now let's do SI. What is there on top of the stack now? Okay, you can see the top of the stack has the old ESP value. Okay, because this is the value. Okay, although the stack pointer went down by 4 bytes, right? If you subtract 4 from A0 in hex, you get 9C. But the value that is actually pushed to the stack is the old ESP value. Okay, so in my Ubuntu Linux 32-bit machine, whenever I do push ESP, the value that is actually pushed onto the top of the stack is the old ESP value, not the one after ESP is reduced by 4 bytes. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much for your attention.